This video intended for educational purposes. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome back for another Minecraft Snapshot. This is 13W10A from Monday, March 4th. Now this week we've got a few new features, a ton of bug fixes, and some news about the release date coming up. And I've also planned something special for towards the end to spice things up a bit. So let's get going. Now the first thing here, this is one of the new features. The Detector Rails, previously, you know how they are used for booster rails, obviously, but they now actually have an animation when activated. Now I'll push this minecart and we'll follow it, and you can see it glows red a little bit. And I've got a bunch of them set up so you can kind of look at them as we go. It's a little tough to see, but you have to catch them in action. There you go. There they are. Just kind of has a redstone glow around it, which is pretty cool. I like that. Actually shows when they're activated. Now, the other new feature this week is we're in a swamp here for a reason. Now, slimes actually, their spawning has been changed, and it's basically been lowered for the most part. They now spawn based on the lunar phases. Dinnerbone kind of cryptically hinted at this, but it wasn't too hard to figure out. I've done a little looking around, and it seems like on a full moon or just any of the normal moon phases, they seem to spawn just around like the same rate as maybe the normal enemies, maybe a little less, more towards the Enderman kind of rarity. But it seems as though on the new moons they spawn more. So they're going to kind of have a bit in line with the Enderman. So that'll be nice for people who choose to live in a swamp. They don't have to listen to the slimes slosh around as much all the time, and basically just kind of get stuck in the water and splash around. So I said there were a ton of bug fixes once again this week. I'm going to teleport over to my bug fix area here. I set something up special. Now, one of the bug fixes, I have a clip here actually before we get into this, is pretty funny. If you use the slowness 127 or the speed 110 effect, you can get some pretty funny results. Slowness 127 actually speeds you up and kind of reverses your controls and flips your view a lot, as you can see here. And then if you do both of them together, it just completely inverts your world and messes with you. So those have been fixed, even though they were kind of fun effects. They're fixed now. But another one of the bug fixes, they're mostly just kind of like furnace updates, redstone updates, but I wanted to show you. I had a cool little idea here I thought was going to be fun. I made this little test area, and as you can see, I made this abomination creature. This is test 10 or 13W10A, and I named all of these bugs with the different bug fix names. And I stacked them up using MC Edit and spawned them in, but I found out that they are actually really fast when they're all stacked up like this. They will zip around. Originally I had this open, and I could probably open a hole if we want to see them go through. I'll break this, and then maybe you can see them jump through and speed off. There they go, and they'll jump into the water, and they're gone. They're going through the water and swimming away. For some reason, stacking them like this makes them insanely fast. So that was kind of a cool little abomination. But I wanted to get rid of these guys in style because we have to stomp out the bugs, obviously. And I didn't want to just use a Bane of Arthropod sword or something. So I started to build a TNT drill, and I noticed it looked kind of like a butterfly design when I built it. So I'm actually going to show you up here above the clouds. This is Mothra. I can actually make it day so you can see Mothra a little better. See her. This is I'll show you at the top here. You can see the dispensers that are going to launch TNT down to destroy the bugs. And you can set them up with repeaters, or comparators, sorry. You just activate the comparator and put a little redstone loop feeding into the dispenser. But I wanted to spice it up a little bit, and if you notice, it did, with the obsidian here, it had a bit of a butterfly pattern. So I decided to make Mothra the Destroyer. Now she's going to drop a ton of TNT eggs down to rain on our abominations. So without further ado, I'm going to flip these on and then quickly jump onto this command block to teleport down there, and we'll watch the destruction. So here we go, bam, bam, jump, and here it comes. There they go. That skeleton is just a nice little piece de resistance on top of the bug destruction cake there. And it's going to just keep boring down into the ground. I think it looks pretty awesome. It's like she's dropping a bunch of eggs or something down. But yeah, I wanted to spice up the drill a little bit, but there were about 20 bugs stamped out this week, so I had to do them in style. And if you noticed in the little mob thing, there was one baby cow, because one of the bugs was that baby cows' hitboxes were not updating properly. So thank goodness we get our baby cows, we can hit them, and it will hit them properly. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I tried to spice it up a little this week because I knew it's mostly bug fixes. Now, the last bit of news here is that, so a pre-release is still scheduled to come out this week, probably towards Thursday, or within the next few days at least, and they have pushed back the full release of 1.5 to next week because they want to give people a week with the pre-release so that Bucket can start to do its updates and all that jazz. So we're going to have to wait a little longer for 1.5, but in the meantime they're going to probably keep sneaking in tiny little features like the slime update with the lunar phases and stuff, and also tons of bug fixes. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed Mothra. It's one of my favorite creations I've made so far, and leave a like if you enjoyed this. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.